think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the one interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he'll work down inside the 45. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 17 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Herbert. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Herbert's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. They'll try and run right on the option. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert on first down now. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He's going to keep this again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. But definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now a give here to Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Commanders are going to take possession. Their own 33. Pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have in that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down. Here's an option right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Third and long. It's Herbert. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Delay of game,
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now Prescott.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
The final shot before the break for Herbert.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On second and 11 now. Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. Robinson again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
On the touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 49-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually hit one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Fadarian Mathis bringing him down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Pollard again, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Prescott to throw it.
That is caught by Lamb.
Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with career touchdown number 60.
And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, it's Herbert. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. That's out wide here for Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Herbert back to the air. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another.